opinion?
So that is a very good question because number one, on your first travel, first time to go to America, whether you're going as a student or you are going as the lottery winner or traveling, don't carry any type of food. Just make it easy.
Yeah.
That's number one. They're not going to deport you because you came with senene, which is like kind of like a grasshopper, or you decide to carry maybe fish, or you decide to carry maybe cassava to America.
Or plants.
Yes, or plants. They're not going to deport you back. They will take those and destroy them. They're going to throw them away and give you the warning.
Okay.
Because some of those you can get even a fine, depending. The purpose is not just coming to America. It's a law of almost every country that you are not supposed to bring veggies, plants, all those kind of things, because you are to bring foreign animals and diseases.
Yes.
And then can cause any type of trouble. So that is the purpose.
Yeah. Especially Canada, they're very strict.
So for those people who are watching Netflix, there is a TV show called CBP, Customs and Border Protection Officer. So that is a show which is a live, real implementation. They show how they go there and how do they deport someone right from the airport. This one is not. They usually throw away unless otherwise is something very criminal related. I usually try to carry some few things, but after watching that show,
you stopped.
I don't carry anything.
Okay.
So for instance, when I carry the things which are normal. For instance, I can carry stony tangawizi, which is a gingery soda, because I know my wife likes.
Familiar.
It's a familiar. So there are things which are Western. It's easy, you are allowed to carry. If you carry the flour, you are allowed to carry. There are things which are okay to carry them, but don't carry the actual unnecessary type of food. And even if you carry like cassava or whatever, it's just a tiny, don't say you are taking 10 kilograms and you say for use at home. That's the problem. And especially avoid unnecessary things. It's easier to avoid that, just send it through the post office. They send it to you. It's a safer way than going through the airport. Because the airport, there are so much scrutinization compared to the post office, they do that, but the airport, because even if they're not deporting, the first time, assume you won the DV lottery, and the first time they keep you for 2 hours questioning about the local food, which they do not know what is that. It is a necessary bad experience to start in a new country.
For the first time,
Yeah,
okay. Okay. For we ladies, let me ask this.
Yes.
We know that we love just question. I'm just joking, but I know it might sense somehow. What do you advise to people who thinks like when you're going to America, you don't have to go with any such kind of clothes and think that you might get a lot of clothes there? And for those who are carrying a lot of clothes, a big luggages, for them to help them to reduce some of the expenses at the airports. What?
Yeah. So first of all, if you are going there as a DV lottery winner, you can carry as much as you can because technically you are not coming back.
Yeah.
But if you are going as a student, please don't do that, because you'll go with so many things and you end up throwing them away because you'll buy new things from America to bring back to your home country. So if you are going there for a shorter time, just going there, studying, whatever, carry few things. But if you are going there permanently as a green card lottery, you're allowed to carry as many possible, because you are allowed to carry 2 luggage of each 23 kilogram, which is 50 pounds. They use pounds, but it's 50. So technically, you are supposed to carry 2 luggages, total of 46 kilogram. That is the underneath checked in luggage, and 1 carry-on luggage and 1 purse for women, plus the laptop bag. So you have all those kind of things. It's not a lot, but if you are carrying, let's say, even if you're going to live there permanently or wherever, it is easier if you are carrying the African clothing, maybe kitenge, all those kind of traditional clothing, yes. But going there, you are going to have the same second-hand clothing you bought on the store, while the second-hand clothing, they are coming from America, coming from Europe, they are there too, and they're cheap too. So don't carry too much things. Carry things which you know I might not be able to buy there if I'm going to stay there, and they have sentimental value, but otherwise, don't carry too much. For me, I went with 1 bag and just another one, even if I knew for me, I knew I'm not coming back, but I didn't want to carry unnecessary things.
Yeah, yeah.
But because you spoke about the ladies, I want to add some few things for ladies to prepare. It is very, very expensive on the hair care.
Okay.
So if you want to do like your hair, like those dreads, you'll pay about $200.
I know.
So that is very, very expensive.
Very expensive.
So you have to know how to do yourself, or to create like those hat, whatever you carry, a wig, whatever, those kind of things. You do that. You have to know how to make your own hair, to braid your own hair. Braiding the hair can be $100 or $150. Doing yourself, easy. But doing to other people, that will help you a lot to get extra cash. So while it is $100, you can charge you $50, and you can do quickly on the side. You can be able to get some extra money. So that is helping a lot, because hair products, people working in the salon, they make a lot. So if you do not know how to make your own hair, please do that for your sake. Otherwise, you'll come to spend a lot of money.
Start to learn, ladies. Start to learn how to make it. Yeah. So let's discuss about financial issues in America and about saving for a person who is expecting to be there in America. What do you advise him or her about savings and financial? Because I know it's very different from Africa into America. I know it's very, very different. Yes. Very different, and even the lifestyle it's not normal as we think, as we see on TV shows. So what is your opinion about this? Yeah,
first of all, this is the fact, but I know people they might pretend they know. In Africa, unfortunately, we are not used to live on the budget. The day you get the salary, you go to the bar, just give the table like how we are. Round, the entire round, without having any plan for the next of the month. That's why majority of us, apart from, yes, the salary is not small, it's not big, but majority of us to go more than 20 days with your salary is very difficult. So that is the big challenge. So majority of us are not used to do with the budgeting, because how we live, if I don't have the money, I can come to borrow from you, or I can go to my neighbor, or I can go and get some mango, or I can have tomatoes at my house. But there you don't have any of those. You don't have someone to go and borrow the money. If you want to borrow the money, borrow from the bank. So for that particular case, once you get the money, it's supposed to enter for the entire month. And everything over there is determined. Here, if I don't have money, I don't buy the bundle for the minutes or for the internet for my phone. I don't. But there, per month, whether I'm using, whether I'm not using, I pay this amount. Is the agreement maybe is $50, $70, you pay per month. Electricity, it depends on how you use, but average, you know, this amount. Rent is this one, this day is the rent day. So everything is predetermined, you know for sure. So if you start doing crazy things, you are going to be in trouble. That's why over there, someone is going to work, has to carry the food from home. We don't eat in the restaurant like here. Like, oh, it's lunchtime, let me go to eat in the restaurant. We don't have that money. You carry the food from your own. You go to the office, they have fridge, they have microwave to heat your food, and then you eat. So everybody there is saving, so that you can be able to sustain your normal life. So that is number one. You have to know the budgeting. You have to start being on that budgeting. The second part is to make a decision. Am I staying in America forever, or I'm going to invest back in Africa or in your own country? Because if you say I'm going to stay in America forever, that means you have to, the program you're going to study, the type of investment, if you want to do business, it has to be American-minded, focused research. If you say I'm going to do in Africa, you know for sure, let me do how much and whatever. But if you're in half, you do not know whatever, you'll be starting, oh, can I start building the house in my home country? And then at the same time, you do not know you're investing in America. So you are splitting resources. And you are building your home because you are not planning to come to live in Africa. Oh, I'll be staying when I go to visit there. That's good. How many times do you go in 5 years? Maybe once or twice. So are you building the house to stay in that house for 5 days in a month? And in 5 years? No.
Then you're coming back,
Yeah, so you have to make that decision quick so that it can help you to focus on your goals and how you use the money. And another thing about the money is how to invest the money. How do you buy stocks? How do you save on your retirement? Because over there from day one, you have to think about retirement. Otherwise, even if, yes, you are African, but trust me, the kids born in America, your kids will be American. They will put you to the elderly center. They don't care. They have their own life. So prepare yourself, have your own money, so that when you retire, you retire with happiness.
Yeah.
So that is something else also to think about. But overall, there are so much expenses, but the money is there. You get the money and the money goes out. So you have to have a spirit of working harder and saving at the same time. Sometimes when in Africa, you have so many ways on how to save, but majority of people, they don't save much, unless otherwise those people have these groups like SACCO or called SACCOs, depending on the country. Those kind of small groups helps a lot. Yeah. In America, we don't have those. So your money is being in the bank. So those are the things I can say. You can try to look and be more, not stingy, but just more about mindful of your money and how you use it. And if I want to buy something, is it worth it to buy it? Because there is so much stuff to buy.
And if it's necessary.
Yeah.
Okay. Lastly, I would like you to tell us more about credit cards, because I've been going through a lot of interviews on YouTube channel, and they've been talking about when you get in America, they'll give you credit cards. So if you don't, though I had one of your interview with Angel Bernard, like you've been talking about their credit cards, and she was saying like, if you don't know what you're doing, you'll get yourself in trouble. So can you tell us just a little bit about it?
Yes.
Because here in Africa, we obviously use cash, and you know, that's the problem for us. Not all of the people, they have, most of them, they don't have this experience of using cards. So can you tell us just a little bit about credit cards?
Yes, so there are debits and the credit.
Yeah.
Debit is the money in the bank, your actual money you put in the bank. Yes, you have the card. Credit card, just like a credit, is just like a loan. But that loan, that amount of money is loaded into your card. So when you are there, people tend to have credit cards. Why, first of all, is technically a must for you to have a credit card? Because in order to have a very good job, your employer will look at your credit score. Okay. My credit score is a number between 300 to 850. That is the number on how they can trust you with the money usage and the money, overall with the use of money. Okay. Here, as you said, you are using cash. If I borrow the money from you today, I don't pay back, I go to the next friend, I don't pay back, you will talk and say, this guy, if borrows the money from you, doesn't pay you. So if I go to the third person, the words will go to the third person, then he will not borrow, I will not be able to borrow the money. Yeah. So, but in the US, we don't have neighbors of that nature to go friend to a friend. So they establish the system, banks talk together. So if you want to get a good job, they look like this person having a lot of debt, so that if you have a lot of debt, you'll be a corrupt person, or will be stealing the money. If you want to get into apartment, to rent an apartment, they are looking, are you able to pay? They are looking with the credit score. If you want to buy a house, they are looking with the credit score. If you want to go to buy a vehicle, like a loan, you have to credit score. So credit score is everything. Okay. And it doesn't matter whether you're black, whether you're white. There is a way on how to use it. Let me give you an example. So one of the way, I mean, obviously there is a credit card. If you don't pay your bills like electricity, whatever, they report you. So any bill you have, you don't pay, they report you, this person is defaulting, so it's going to be negative. And accepting more debt credit card is hurting you. Why? Because you are borrowing, you are going to borrow the money from so many companies, you are not reliable. And then let's say you have a credit card of $1,000 as limit, maximum. And you use 985. That means this person is not reliable, has used the entire loan up to the end. So when you are given the credit card, there are tricks. Number one, don't use up to a half, so that you can have bigger balance, that you have the money, but you are not spending randomly. Secondly, if there is a minimum, they say pay maybe $20 per month, pay 21, 22, 23. The machine says this person pays more than a minimum. So the point is, wherever you have the credit card, you have to pay on time. You have any obligation, phone bill, whatever bill, you have to pay on time as required. But as I said, if you add even $1, it reads that you are paid more than minimum. That is another way. But because we do not know that, so as immigrants, we go there, oh, credit card, you accept one, you take another one, you are taking the debt to, you find a girl, you're taking the debt to the movie theater, whatever. The credit card is not for debt. Credit card is not to go to buy Jordan shoes. credit card is just, use a credit card as a technique on how you can build your score. And especially for immigrant, you just came there, you were started negative, like you don't have a credit at all. While you find a 25-year-old kid in America already has over 10 years of credit score or credit history. So you don't need to just have a credit card, especially a brand new immigrant, to build a score. Not just to use that money as a free money, because you'll have a very big trouble down the road.
Okay, thank you so much. No more questions?
No more question?
I'll get back to you if I had more. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate for you spend time with EBM scholars on the show and being one among the people who have been very, very supportive.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Can't wait to see you in America as a digital winner.
Yeah, thank you.